Hello, guys. I am Shane Davis, 20-year comic veteran here with Yanzi Lynn, and today is the day we are once again talking about pop culture, talking about news, talking about Miss Marvel. We have talked about it before, how Marvel slipped up and the character was basically killed in the books just to be retconned now as a mutant. Now, for people who don't know much about this character, don't be surprised. She's oftentimes billed as a Muslim girl, Pakistani, and that's it. She's got stretching abilities. Not the best character in the world, but whatever. So this character was killed in a Spider-Man event, and it's arguable that it was supposed to be Mary Jane, and some of the artwork, they just recolored the character. It went from Mary Jane, they darkened her skin, and then they're like, we're killing off Miss Marvel. I don't even want to get into that part of it. But they decided to kill this character off because basically she's a mutant. She originally had her abilities from the Terrigen Mist, which is an Inhumans thing, back before Marvel Disney acquired Fox. Once they acquired Fox, then it was okay to play with mutants again, and it would make more sense if this character was a mutant, and that's how she got her powers as a teen, because Disney has a lot of plans with X-Men or the mutants going forward. So that is the problem with the character in the comic book. Well, now the character doesn't fit what Hollywood's doing, so let's kill her off and bring her back and make her a mutant this time. Same abilities, whatever, a little bit different costume, and that's where we are today. What do we got?
Isn't it wonderful how now comics is taking cue from Hollywood instead of the other way around? It used to be that, yeah, we'll go to comics, get our source material and our stories and adapt them. Now it's like, well, we're bringing back the X-Men, or as we call it now, the mutants. So how do we make it relevant? Why no? Let's grab this little Pakistani American girl that somehow, nobody can really nail down what she is exactly. Avengers, champions, whatever she is. And let's turn her into a mutant now because representation, y'all. So we're going to talk about actress, which is Iman Vellani. She is now going to be on co-writing duties for the new Miss Marvel book. Yes, she died and she came back all within, what, less than 3 months? So this was the page that they're talking about, claiming that, yeah, this is probably supposed to be Mary Jane because you're not going to dress a Muslim girl in an outfit like that, basically.
No. I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be Mary Jane. But, they just last minute change.
Mm-hmm. So how is Iman going to feel about the whole process of writing the comic book? Now, you go from an actress to a comic book writer. It's not exactly in the same ballpark. You can claim you love the character. That doesn't make you a good writer. But anyway, she's like, oh, I have much reverence for the creative process and the talent behind them. So scary, but I have such a great co-writer who also worked on the show. It's like, so see, this is the key part. It is not going to be the comic feeds into the show. It's going to be the show feeds in the comics. So I hope you guys have been keeping up with a Disney Plus subscription and you know what's happening in that show. So one thing I want to point out, especially with what Iman is saying, is that it will show the readers why she's such a timeless character. Now, forgive me if I'm wrong, but it's up to the readers to decide if a character is timeless, right? It's not for the person writing it to decide if it's timeless. And furthermore, you don't become timeless in a decade or two. Pretty much it's going to be like a Batman character. You need like, what, 30, 40 years at least before the audience decides, yeah, this character is timeless. I can see him in this situation, in that situation. And it's like,
right.
Just because she says it's timeless doesn't mean it's timeless.
It's kind of lazy branding. And there's a lot of things lazy about this character. Having an undecided mutant power, I don't even know. In the show, they've changed the character's abilities. I guess she's still going to have a stretchy giant fist thing.
This image I want to point out, this is why people are speculating, oh, she's going to get the power of the Phoenix in her. It's like, all right, sure, let's do the speculations. Maybe, okay, let's admit this. The fact is that a lot of people called her bootleg Luffy from One Piece, character with stretchy powers.
Right.
More popular than Reed Richards, unfortunately, which is why people like to call her bootleg Luffy. So I think people realize how goofy that power looks, which is why even in the Miss Marvel TV show, they took away the stretchiness and give her a heart-like power like the Green Lanterns. So I guess maybe they want to use this opportunity as well to retcon her abilities. I mean, okay, whatever. You could try that, I guess.
I also want to point out she has a co-writer on this series, so I'm not sure. And not taking anything away from her, I have no idea how much of the writing's actually her. And I do want to give props because it's going to look like, well, Shane, you're just tearing down this actress. You're just tearing down this character. In all of the MCU, I mean, at least she's getting involved with a Marvel comic. You know, most of the actors that play in the MCU, you know, with comic sales dwindling, they're not sending people to comic shops. They're not sending people or telling people how awesome this run of this book is. So I will give props. This is like one of the first times I kind of think I've seen this, especially with the Marvel people.
So I want to point out again to the whole timeless angle. So here Iman is saying, I think it was just so fun to explore this different side of her. Because for Kamala, she's already dealt with so many different labels. Look at that term, labels. She's been an Avenger, she's been an Inhuman, a champion, Pakistani Muslim. She starts off thinking that just being a mutant is just another label to add to the list. And it doesn't really change anything because she's always had the X gene. So it doesn't really matter. Okay, wait. So I'm trying to understand something. She's saying, oh, it's great. She's an X-Men now, but it doesn't really matter. See, the crux of it is here in what Iman is saying, and that is that this was really scary for me because I was just deep diving on everything X-Men, finding my favorite characters, blah, blah, blah. Basically, I never really read a lot of X-Men comics, I would say that. So, see, she's like saying, it's great that she's an X-Men. It doesn't really matter if she's an X-Men, but she is an X-Men now. It's like saying, pizza is great. I never had pizza before, but, you know, it's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, look, if you like comics, you know what X-Men are, and you do realize it is important that there's a big factor with being a mutant, and that is the rest of the world hates you and they fear you. That's a big angle to the X-Men, you know, and the fact that she doesn't understand that, and it's like, yeah, it doesn't really change anything that she's a mutant, then does it matter if what the mutants are or what the X-Men plans are for Disney? I assume there's some sort of knowledge of what's going on with the Disney stuff because now her character is a mutant. But I would hope, like with Disney, that being a mutant and being part of the X-Men is a big, big tension there between you and the regular Homo sapiens. Like, that's the whole thing, is Homo superior and Homo sapiens. It's like, that's a big part of the X-Men. Of course, they're heroes. Of course, they go on adventures, sometimes into space and all of that stuff. It does mean something to be a mutant. And the fact that she doesn't even know what X-Men are, but this is so brave and bold and a new label for this character to be a mutant. It's like, this is a joke. Does anybody take Marvel Comics serious or the old Marvel comic stuff serious at Disney? I have no idea.
Well, I love it how they want to frame this as being simultaneously super important, but, you know, it's not really changing anything at the same time. See, help define this critical part of her history. Dude, it's powerful. And it's like, oh, I thought they were just going to give her a cute little mini series or one shot. It's like, oh, no, do your thing. Do a whole Miss Marvel series. So she's like, oh, a lot of pressure. Way too late to back out now. So, yeah, I love this change. It's a lot of pressure. But it's not much of a change. You see what I'm trying to say? It's like, at this point, is the actress really in the position to say she's going to herald this big new I am an X-Men thing that's going to be pretty much what? Because, you see, Disney just got the X-Men brand back. And now Sunny is like, oh, this little girl here who's an actress for this character suddenly became an X-Men, and now she's gonna choose the direction the X-Men are gonna go in. You see what I'm trying to say over here? It's like, wow, that's a lot of responsibility.
Right. Well, not for her. I mean, for her, it's just another day and another TV show and another movie. But if you guys will, please go check out Axcend Level Up, getting ready to move on to $65,000. This is our superhero book. This is kind of like Tron meets Spider-Man. 3 video gamers go into a new virtual reality game, and when they log out, they actually activate as their avatars. They have their special abilities, and they can still gain XP and grow. The link is down below. Back us on 9 Lives Comics. Back us on Indiegogo. It all means the same. Stay tuned. Here's the trailer for our smash hit comic, and we will catch you guys again with another video.
I dream of a world, carefully crafted, beautifully flawed. This is Axcend. In this game of life, there is one thing that determines a victor. A player's ability to grow. A player's ability to evolve. a player's ability to survive. My name is Dog. Choose to play. Choose to upgrade. Choose to level up. Choose to Axcend.